Syrris Ltd, based in Royston, Hertfordshire, manufacture automated products for research and development chemists. Founded in 2001, the company previously relied on a low-cost stock orders application that ran alongside a collection of spreadsheets, but were finding that this was causing problems as the business expanded.
We were managing okay, but we were getting to the point where there was too much requirement for people to juggle information in their own heads, and we were finding that we were losing some information or some actions that needed to happen got missed off. So then we're spending a lot of time firefighting, and it's just the point in time that we knew the systems that we had were no longer viable for the turnover that we were operating at and the future plans for the company, really.
I think as we grew as a function of increased turnover, then the number of problems that we were seeing increased at a faster rate as more things were falling between the cracks, essentially.
In 2007, the company decided to invest in MRP and started to research the market. Amongst others, they considered a manufacturing solution offered by one of their existing software providers. But after playing with a trial system, they quickly discounted it. Rob noted that the systems evaluated cost many tens of thousands of pounds. They came across 123insight through recommendation and requested the multimedia DVD. Rob then attended an evaluation workshop in October 2007, which he felt was a completely different approach to the traditional sales method.
Generally, with the other systems, you'll have a salesperson visit you, perhaps give you a brief demo of the system, and that's about it before you have to effectively sign on the dotted line. But the evaluation workshop gave a really sort of sound overview of the system. No obligation, just costs a little bit of time to go and see it. So it's very useful.
A decision was made to select 123insight in March 2008, and Rob attended the no obligation training the same month.
The training was excellent. It's fairly small numbers that are in the training, so you get a reasonable amount of sort of one-on-one attention, structured well. It goes through all of the core features. It doesn't go into too much depth on some of the areas that you don't necessarily need to know about. So overall, I came away feeling confident about implementing the system and using it.
Following training, Syrris put together a strategy for implementation with 3 test licenses. Rob used the 123insight data import kit to transfer the data.
We used the data tool, which was very useful. We had a few little niggles of getting some of the data in, because there's quite a lot of data to import in, a lot of parts and structures, but that was dealt with efficiently from the support team. So getting the data in didn't take a huge amount of time. Then it was really a case of running it. We ran it for a month just to check that everything was working okay, and then we went live 1st of June.
Immediately, the company saw significant benefits.
I think it was quite pleased with the clarity of information and the accessibility of information. So, the financial screen, for example, provides immediately, some key business data, which previously we would have had to have a bit of a dig to get hold of. And then just generally, just completing any kind of data entry task was a lot faster than what previously had experience with. So,
from a management team perspective, it allows you to find problems faster and therefore correct them before they happen.
Stock control saw major improvements. Previously, all stock was booked in and out manually, with total stock price of a line item based on the current price rather than individual prices at time of order. In the 4 years since going live, Syrris has seen a 100% increase in turnover, however stock is only up 50%, effectively a 50% decrease. Previously, Syrris would perform a major stock check every 6 months, but with inaccuracies now under 1%, they simply perform rolling stock checks. Rob noted that this, along with better forecasting, has massively improved the accuracy of lead times.
The planning engine is a godsend really. It prevents the things falling through the cracks, and the purchasing screen will provide all of the information that we need, so we know exactly what we need to purchase and when. And the works order generation, so for the manufacturing team, they've always got the list of exactly what needs to be made in order to fulfil the current orders. It helps incredibly for lead times, because when we run batch builds, we know we're not going to be hit with any stocks or shortages. And overall, it saves time, because of most of the automated way of maintaining the stock data. It just reduces the manual interactions, the manual data entries, etc. And my gut feeling is it probably saves at least one sort of full-time employee.
The ability to easily create custom documentation and reports out of the box is also very important to Syrris, using 123insight's included Report Designer tool.
With the Report Designer, very quickly we managed to be able to produce some very professional looking documentation that was produced for free effectively once you put the sales order in. So that was quite a sort of an additional bonus from the system, I guess.
And that's a significant time saver as well, isn't it?
Yes, because again, in order to produce sales acknowledgements before, it would be a manual process, perhaps on the spreadsheet, which is fairly okay, but just the speed, the professional documentation that it produces to go out to customers, I think makes a big difference in it. I think anything that's customer facing, if it looks good and has all of the information in the right places, I think it paints a good picture of the company. Well, as we touched on earlier, the fact that the system is so intuitive negates the requirement to call support so often, which is great. I mean, when I have required some assistance, then it's been available very, very quickly, and the support level has been very high. We've never been in an instance where we've had any major issues. We've always been running the system without any downtime for the 5 years, so it's been very good.
Well, I think it's fair to say that spending tens of thousands of pounds up front is never very attractive for a rapidly growing company. So from a simple cash flow position, it has an advantage in terms of paying essentially a monthly charge rather than a very large upfront cost. So that in itself is a benefit. And I think, as Rob indicated earlier, saving an FTE in terms of salary is a significant savings. I think overall it does provide return on investment.